to Power Conversations podcast by What's Your Superpower TV. This podcast features conversations of overcoming by faith and pushing through to fulfill a purpose-driven life. This podcast is hosted by CEO and best-selling author Nadia Francois. Welcome to the broadcast. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Power Conversations Podcast Summer Book Tour, the Juneteenth edition. Power Conversations is a division of What's Your Superpower Digital Media, a kingdom empowerment brand that offers visibility opportunities to entrepreneurs, authors, coaches, and community leaders. Learn more at www.whatsuperpower.com. Today we have joining us Dr. Jonathan Haynes. Hi, King.
Hello.
I am going to read a small part of his bio. Dr. Jonathan Haynes is an award-winning recording artist from Gulfport, Mississippi, who has a passion to drive music as far as his mission reaches. He has shared the stage with some of the biggest names in the gospel industry. He is a two-time international best-selling author, talk show host, serial entrepreneur, and motivational speaker who exudes his anointing through his sound and passion to sing with a deep revelation of how God has been his source. Welcome, Dr. Jonathan.
Thank you so much for having me again. Truly, it's a esteem honor.
Love to have you. So go ahead and tell us about this amazing book that you want to tell us about today.
Right. It is called Boss Your Lane, and it was an anthology by Don Leaks. And I knew it was something that I need to do because I started all my businesses during the pandemic. And so it was a whole bunch of entrepreneurs, new entrepreneurs, or just entrepreneurs that want to be started, and giving them key steps on how to be successful, from the journeys of chefs, of bakers. There's all types of people in the book. And so we just wanted to give something for that rising entrepreneur or entrepreneur just need more guidance. And so I hopped on Boss Your Lane and became another bestseller, and it's truly been doing amazing things around the world. I get messages all the time about the book. So I just wanted something to inspire, uplift the new business entrepreneurs and the entrepreneurs that's been in the game for years that needed new guidance.
Absolutely. And what led you to be a part of the compilation?
Right. What made me be a part is I'm real close with Don Leaks. And she was like, I know you're young, you're 26 years old, and you're doing all these things. How about just give advice to those young entrepreneurs or people that hasn't been in the game long, or just people in general, to share your testimony or share your gifts of how you became successful at a young age. And so I thought about it, I prayed about it, and I hopped on 2 days later, and I never looked back.
Good. So tell us, I know that anthologies, you have your own chapter. What was your chapter about?
It was called The Rising Boss. And so I was just telling those new entrepreneurs or the people that want to start those businesses to rise up and be who God has called you to be. And a lot of times during the pandemic, it was so much that we could have done and could do. A lot of people started businesses during the pandemic. So it was all about those new entrepreneurs or entrepreneurs in general that wanted to rise up in the communities, rise up and be more successful, or just rise up from where they know they should be in general.
Absolutely. So you mentioned that you have other publications that you have a part of. What is your motivation to write?
My motivation to write is just simply just inspiring others to do what God has called them to do. You know, a lot of people know my testimony, so anytime I get an inkling to share in a book, I'm available to do so, because I want people to understand that no matter your background, no matter where you come from, no matter where you are right now, that you still can rise up and be successful. And so every time somebody comes with me with a book idea, I pray about it. And if it's the right fit, I go for it, because I want people to understand that no matter what you do in life, no matter where you came from, you still can be that successful boss in the book field or wherever you are, just know that you have the faith of the size of a mustard seed. So anytime I get the opportunity to share my gifts, I'm always willing and available.
Absolutely. Now, how did you begin your writing journey?
Right. I started my writing journey during the pandemic. And the first book was Make It Happen with the Butts in the Seat Queen Kern Cherry. And I known her for years, but she was talking about, I just want you to be a part of this book. And I prayed about it. As soon as she did the sharing of the flyer right there at midnight, I was the first person. She says, I was the first person to join on the book because it was called Make It Happen. And I wanted to share my testimony because it says defying the odds, making things happen. And so many people know my background of suicide. So I wanted to share that in the book to let people know that you can be in those places, but you still can rise up. And after that, God has catapulted my life. And so I'm forever grateful for her because that first book has changed my life even the more.
Absolutely. And telling our testimonies is so powerful, right?
Yes,
Like you stated, after you gave that out, God just brought it all into you because, you're saving someone. You're saving someone with your story. So, yes, thank you for being obedient and
right.
doing so. Now, what impact are you trying to make with your writing?
The impact that I'm just trying to do is just saying you can make it, defy the odds, and just put your best foot forward and to know that once I leave here, then my work was done. And so I want people to know that whatever I go through, I'm transparent. And I want people to know that I may fail, but I'm going to get back up and go 10 times harder to be what God has called me to be. If He kept me here from multiple suicide attempts, as we talk about, I know there's a reason that I'm here. So I'm going to inspire, uplift, and do what I got to do. The devil can't hold me down. The enemy cannot stop me. He should have stopped me a long time ago. So whatever I got to do to make things happen, I'm going to make sure that I impact and make God happy through his eyes and in mine.
I love it. I love it. Now, you have mentioned that you had several suicide attempts. Do you mind sharing a little bit of your story with us?
Yes, I tried to commit suicide 3 times, 14, 18, and 20. I'm 26 years old now, so that was just 6 years ago. And everybody knows that I share, I'm transparent. And the last one was the most open, where I put the gun to my head, I pulled the trigger, the bullets didn't come out, and I put the bullets in there. And so at that moment, I remember kneeling down to God saying, I know it's a reason why I'm still here. I should have known the first and the second time, but when you do something so traumatic like that, you know there's a reason. So anytime I go, I want people to know, you know my story. Look at me now. And so I always want to inspire and uplift to say, no matter what you go through, those trials tried to stop me. But I knew that there was a greater purpose and God has called me to be more than what I thought I was. And so now I'm just moving and shaking and doing whatever I can to tell anybody that they can make it through those troubling times.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. And listen, I did mention that you were a recording artist. Give us a little bit of info on that.
Yes, yes, that's my first love. I started as a recording artist 18. I was a substitute teacher, but I knew there was something else over my life. And so I became a recording artist right after that. So I started at 18, but it really didn't start taking off a couple of years ago. So it hasn't been an easy journey, but God has blessed my mind. He has blown my mind. I've sung all around the world. I've sung with some of the greatest, and He's doing even the more now. And so once I was in the pandemic, I thought that it was over, but I didn't know that the pandemic, a lot of things that stopped. And so now the business side has took off and now the music is coming back. So now I'm trying to bargain it all. But that's my first passion. And I'm so grateful. New music is coming out, new videos already out, a snippet of it. So just hang on tight because this new single is going to blow your mind.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm excited. I'm excited. Well, Dr. Jonathan, let's get back to Boss Your Lane.
Yes, yes.
So, so you stated that there were several different topics in this book. Give us a couple of the topics. I know, like you said, it's an anthology, so all of it isn't particularly from your chapter, but it is the only reason I know is because I'm one of the contributing authors as well. But
Right.
there are So there is so much information in this book. Give us a little bit of what else is there.
Right, so it's our chapters, and it's some bakers, it's some people in the military, it's so many other things as entrepreneurs that you wouldn't think of in there. So it's different topics from how to start a bakery, how to start a floral arrangement, how to start all these things. So it's just not one topic. So this book is so amazing because you just thinking as starting up this business. No, it's things for everybody. So the book is something that you want to pick up because it might be something that you want to identify with or know about. And you just look in the book and it's giving you the steps to achieve it. So the book has so many topics in there. I can't remember them all, but if you go get that book, you will see all of those, my topic, Rising Boss, and more. So it's a great book.
Yes, and I can remember a couple. One is, y'all, they have cryptocurrency broken down in this book. Okay, now everybody on the crypto chain, look, get this book. There's also an amazing chapter by one of our co-authors, Robin Hughes. I'll just throw her name out there because it's on my mind. But she has the certifications, y'all, for us as entrepreneurs to be able to certify our businesses as Black owned, as woman owned, as minority owned. You know, these are opportunities to help us. So Jonathan has brought this book up today for us to be able to get. Tell us how we can get the book. Tell us how we can connect with you.
Yes, you can simply connect with me at jonathanlhaynes.com. Email sbirdproductions56@gmail.com. Phone number 228-314-0722. And you can get the book by going on Amazon. But the best way to get it from me to get a signed autograph is to go to my website, jonathanlhaynes.com. Click the link for more information and send me a message to know what you wanted me to know, and I will get that book and information to you, and you're going to enjoy this book.
Absolutely. And of course, we love Amazon for being the number one publishing platform for indie authors. But guess what? We want you to go to his website, www.jonathanlhaynes.com, and get your signed copy. All right. No signed copies on Amazon. We want personalized books. All right. So you can get the books from Jonathan, www.jonathanlhaynes.com. I have added it to the comments so that you can click there. Now, Jonathan, tell me just a little bit about your entrepreneurship journey. I mean, I know that we've talked about your recording artist and the books and all of the things that but you have some other things that you have going on that you started during the pandemic.
Right. It's so much. I started Songbird Productions, which is like recording studio, voice lessons, and more. And I started that in the middle of the pandemic or before, but it really took off after. And
Mhm.
then after the book, because of Current Cherry, I always say that I became a lifestyle coach and then a business strategist. And then I became a talk show host, and the list goes on. And I just started other businesses with other people as well. So it's just not me trying to get it, but I'm helping finance other people as well. And
Yeah.
so all these businesses literally came during the pandemic, and it's about me going on shows like this and networking with other people that has blessed my life to bring people to me to know that I know somebody that can help you with this, or I know somebody that can do that if I don't know somebody else. And so those businesses have literally taken off. And then the motivational speaker, I can't forget that because I have been on stages with people that have blown my mind. Les Brown, Shay Brown, and the list goes on and on. And I was somebody that don't even have any experience. And that was my first year speaking on stages like this. And I'm telling you what God can do. And so literally
Yes.
has blown my mind. And I'm so excited for what he has for me next.
Amazing. Well, thank you, King, so much for joining us tonight. Do you have any final thoughts for our viewers?
All I can say is do it afraid.
Love it. That's it, y'all. And I'm going to end right there. Make sure you connect with this king, Dr. Jonathan Haynes, www.jonathanlhaynes.com. grab your copy of Boss Your Lane. Not what is it? What is the rest of it?
Mm-hmm.
What is the rest of the title? Boss Your Lane, Novice.
This entrepreneur.
Grab it, y'all. Look, we have a plethora of entrepreneurs that have been on this show this week. Get in the game. I know that we can inspire, we can empower, and we can do it. And like Jonathan said, do it scared, y'all. Do it scared. It's God got you. God got you. Thank you, King. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you.